Please subscribe and you can download this code from description below. Title: Handling multiple lines of input in Python 3.3 and performing separate calculations. Introduction. Python 3.3 is an older version of the Python programming language, but it still serves as a foundation for many developers. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to obtain multiple lines of input from the user and then perform separate calculations on each input. This can be particularly useful in scenarios where you need to process multiple sets of data or perform calculations on various inputs. Let's dive into the steps. Step 1. Obtaining multiple lines of input. In Python 3.3, you can use the input function to get user input. To capture multiple lines of input, you can use a loop. Here's an example of how to obtain multiple lines of input. In this example, the user is prompted to enter the number of lines they want to input. Then, a loop is used to capture each line and store it in a list. Step 2. Performing separate calculations. Once you have obtained the input, you can perform separate calculations on each line. Let's say we want to calculate the length of each input line. Here's an example. In this example, a list comprehension is used to calculate the length of each input line, and the results are displayed. Putting it all together. Now, let's combine both steps to create a complete program. Feel free to adapt the example to your specific use case and modify the calculations as needed. This tutorial provides a basic framework for obtaining multiple lines of input and performing separate calculations in Python 3.3. ChatGPT.